December 26th, 1964. Dearest Suzie, well, Christmas is finally over, and I am glad. At least now I can look forward to being home for the next one. Yesterday was not too bad here. We had a real good dinner, and we were off all day. Yesterday morning, Lit and I went for a walk through this town taking pictures. I took a whole roll during that walk. We walked for about 2 miles, though. And then, last night, about 7 o'clock, our mail plane came in. So, I got all your letters, and packages, and a package from Mom. That made Christmas as complete as you could expect over here. And a lot better than I expected. Yesterday, Bob Hope and his show were in Vinh Long. I was so mad that we had to miss it, although we are told that they will be up here this afternoon. But they spent 3 hours in Vinh Long. And there are so few troops there that it was real informal, and he talked to everybody and had a couple of drinks at the club before he left. Also, I was told that he really liked Charlie and played with him for a while. So, if you happen to see a picture of Hope and a monkey, then you will know who the monkey is. Well, I'm not flying again today. I guess I will just have to sit around out here all day. At least that is one more day that I won't be exposed to bullets. And that is fine with me. I've already carried 6 air medals since I got here, and that is all I need. They haven't been awarded yet, but I will get them one day. It usually takes 6 to 8 months for them to award air medals. Not that I care. I got a real nice card from your mother yesterday. She said she was thinking of me every time she saw any news of Vietnam, and she signed it Mother. I thought that was real nice. I also got a card from Minnie. She sent me one of Michael's school pictures. I'm going to wait until I get back to Vinh Long to get you that person's shoes. They have them up here, but they are more expensive. In fact, I might not even get them until March. I'm planning to go to Bangkok about the 20th of February, and I want to save all the money I can for that. Oh yes, more on Bob Scott. I might have spoken too soon about him exaggerating in that letter. I was told yesterday by a guy who was down there, and one that I trust, that they counted 8 dead Viet Cong in the area where Bob crashed, so he must have done something. Say hello to the boys for me, and tell them that I love them and miss them very much. I miss you more all the time. All my love. Bill. There are a few points in this letter that I feel are important to note. The mention of Bob Hope's visit underscores the cultural importance of his USO shows, which brought entertainment and a sense of connection to troops and even the most remote of outposts. Hope's ability to mingle with soldiers and bring levity in the midst of war made him a beloved figure. His interactions with Poppy's monkey named Charlie adds a humorous and personal touch to this account. I'll talk more about Bob Hope in the new year. We'll see if Poppy ends up getting featured on the Christmas show, and how I found out if he did. I'll also talk more about Charlie. I know I've mentioned him a few times, but he'll need his own episode. If you look hard enough, you may even be able to find a photo of Bob Hope posted by Stars and Stripes, the U.S. military's newspaper, on Google that depicts him posing with a monkey. If what Poppy says is true, that's Bob Hope and Charlie. Which is pretty cool. Poppy's mention of 6 air medals reflects the peril he faced in combat while underscoring his mixed feelings about recognition. He is considered decorated for his service, however, he doesn't particularly care. Instead, he just wants to get out of Vietnam and back home. He isn't there for the medals or the glory. We also see that his focus on practical plans, such as saving money for a trip to Bangkok and delaying purchases for Mema, reveals how much soldiers leaned on their leave. Think about your life. Do you plan trips to get through work and have something to look forward to? That's what he was doing. I'm very fascinated by the way he talks about not flying. At least that is one more day that I won't be exposed to bullets. This is a recognition that when he flies, he's shot at. He's in danger. When he's doing his job, he can die. Then he tells his wife about this. Does he tell her to deal with the reality of what's going on? Or is he trying to tell her what he's facing day to day? Why would he even want to do that? Would it be worth hiding the danger? He mentions a few people in this letter that I don't think he's mentioned yet. When I read this letter to Mema, she couldn't believe that he had talked about her mom. My great-grandmother and Mema did not have a great relationship, and she could hardly believe that her mom corresponded with Poppy. Additionally, the fact that she'd encourage Poppy to call her mother was surprising, because she wasn't much of a tender person. She didn't have a relationship with Poppy. Was she trying to build a relationship with her son-in-law for the good of her daughter? For her grandkids? Or did she feel that she owed him because he was fighting for his country? Who knows? Minnie is Mema's older sister. Throughout my life, my great-aunt Min has always been someone we've all affectionately referred to. I've often called her the greatest roast comedian to ever live. She was known for her quick wit and sense of humor. Her name was actually Mary, and towards the end of her life, Mema would go up to New Jersey and spend summers with her, escaping the long Georgia summers and getting the opportunity to make up for time lost when she married the man in the army and moved all around the country, far away from her brothers and sisters, and coarse grandmother. Michael is Min's son. The photo I chose for today depicts a USO show. A soldier is dancing with a woman on a covered stage. Though I have a pretty good idea this isn't the Christmas show, this is still an example of what type of show Poppy and other soldiers would have seen at the time. I'm Alex Lowy, and I hope you have enjoyed listening to this episode of Dearest Suzie, and receiving messages from the past that my Poppy wrote exactly 60 years ago. I sincerely appreciate your time and interest. Please consider following the podcast on your preferred platform, and if you're enjoying it, I kindly ask that you take the time to rate the show and leave a review. Also, please follow the project on YouTube, X, and Instagram. All likes, comments, shares, and reviews will help grow the reach of this story. The links for these things should be in the description of this episode. Please feel free to email me at dearestsuziepodcast@gmail.com if you have anything you'd like to say. I'd love to chat or to hear about your stories as well. Thank you for listening, and God bless.